Hello dear students, how are you all? Welcome back to your computer class. I hope you all are fit and fine at home. Okay, so let's start today's class. See, in previous class we were discussing about different output devices. We have discussed about output devices like monitor, printer and speaker. Okay, so today we will start a new topic of chapter 2, storage devices. Okay, so let's start. Storage devices. The devices which are used for storing data are called storage devices. See, in computer system, whenever we do any task, okay, if you are making drawing or if you are making calculations or anything you are doing on a computer system, so it needs some memory inside the system, okay, where your task will take place. Okay, so the storage devices are used for storing that data. Okay, devices can store data permanently and they can store data for that time you are doing particular work. Okay, so the hard disk is the main storage device which stores all the work we do on a computer system. The main storage device of computer is hard disk. Okay, so we will talk about hard disk. Other important devices like CD, pen drive and DVD are also used to store information. Okay, like first is CD, second hard disk and third is pen drive. So let's talk about hard disk first because this is the main storage devices of computer system. All the computer systems come with inbuilt a fixed hard disk inside it. Okay, this hard disk is fixed inside the CPU. Okay, in that cabin it is fixed. The hard disk is also called the secondary storage device in which we can store a very large amount of data. Okay, this is the device which stores a huge amount of data and information. It is present inside the CPU box. The CPU box that you see, so this disk is insert inside the CPU. Okay, and whatever you will do on a computer system, whatever you will save, it will be saved on this in this hard disk. Okay, now come to CD. The full form of CD is compact disc. Okay, so in shape you can see it is a round circle shaped disc. It is flat and shiny that store a lot of information. It can store lots of information in it. Okay, but in comparison of hard disk, this is the small one. But why do we need CD? Because suppose you want to transfer your information from one system to another, then what you will do, we cannot take out this hard disk from the CPU. आप इसको hard disk को तो बाहर नहीं निकालेंगे ना. So what we can do, we can use any portable storage device. Portable means जिसको आप एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पर easily लेकर जा सकते हैं. So like CD is a portable storage device in which you can store data or information from your system and you can send it anywhere else. Wherever you want to send it, you can take. Okay, so we can transfer our information from one system to anywhere else. Okay, so CD is done, hard disk. Okay, now come to pen drive. Like CD, pen drive is also a portable storage device which you can in which you can save your information and you can take it anywhere else, but it looks different. Like this is the optical media and pen drive is a plug and play device. Means you just need to plug the pen drive in the USB port in your system and you can save your data in this pen drive. It is very small in size but can store and transfer a data from one computer to another. It can easily be handled. It can easy to handle because you do not need to do anything else. Just insert this pen drive in the USB port and then this pen drive will be opened in your system and you can copy and paste your data in this device. In this drive you can save your data or information and you can take it anywhere. Okay, so these all are the storage devices: CD, hard disk and pen drive. See, in comparison of all these, the CD is the very small size storage device in which we can store 700 MBs of data. Okay, 700 MBs we can store on a CD. But in comparison of CD, the hard disk and pen drive, they comes with a very big storage device. Okay, now let's start a new topic: software. Okay, in the hardware part we have discussed about input and output devices. Now let's start the second main topic of the chapter: software. Okay, so what is software? Let's recall hardware first. What is hardware? The physical components that we can see or we can touch are called hardware. Unlike hardwares, softwares are the part of computer which cannot be seen or touched. Okay, unlike hardwares, softwares are the part of computer which cannot be seen or touched. आप इसको देख नहीं सकते हैं, you cannot touch. Like monitor, it is an output device, is a hardware. We can touch monitor, but can you touch the programs which are running in the monitor? Can you touch the picture that is appearing on a monitor? No, we cannot, because it's a software. Okay, to make the hardware work, we need to have a software in it. Like without software we cannot use hardwares directly, because suppose if there is nothing inside, no program is saved in our CPU, so we will not get any information on a monitor. Okay, so we need a software to make the hardware work. Okay, now let's understand with the help of this example. Like you must have seen and used a music system. Yes, you have seen the music system in which we place the music. Okay, you can touch the speakers, you can touch the music system, but can you touch the music that you are listening? You can touch the physical part, you can touch the speakers, you can touch the music system. So these are the hardware parts you can touch, but can you see the song and can you see the song, or can you touch that song? No, because it's a software. Okay, so the physical parts that we can see or touch, those are called hardware parts. And unlike hardware, softwares are the parts of computer which we cannot see or touch. Okay, now see here another example. Like right now we have talked about CD. It is it's a storage device, it's a hardware. Okay, but the information like the song or the movie which is saved inside the CD, can we see that or can we touch that movie? No, we cannot, because it's a software part. Okay, like in our real life we all watches TV. Okay, we can touch the TV, but we cannot touch the serials or programs which are running in the television. Okay, we cannot touch now, because it's the kind of software which are running inside the hardware. Okay, now let's go back to the IPO cycle, input, process and output cycle, about which we have talked earlier. Okay, so in that process what happens whenever we give any task to the system? So we give input first, and that input is processed inside the CPU, and then it gives us the output. Okay, so who is doing that processing? Because CPU in itself is a program. Okay, there are many programs fixed inside the CPU. CPU in its own is nothing. Different types of programs are stored inside the CPU for doing different types of tasks, for doing different types of processing. So all the processing is done by the software. Okay, it takes the input from the user. For that, programs are there or softwares are there for doing this. Okay, and for processing on that data and for displaying the output on the monitor, softwares are there. Okay, for doing this work. Okay, so we can define a software is a set of instructions given to the computer to do particular work means how to do this work. Who tells that to the system? So many softwares are used for this, or software is a combination or is a collection or set of instructions. Okay, the instructions which are to be given to the different parts of computer, to the input device, to the output device, to the CPU. Okay, so software give the instructions to all the devices for doing particular work. Okay, so there are two types of software. First is system software and second is application software. Okay, so about this type of softwares we will discuss in the next class. Okay, now look at these fact files. Alan Turing is well known for the great contribution for modern computer. He is considered as the father of modern computer, means whatever contribution he has given, so he is also known as the father of modern computer. But basically the father of computer is who is Charles Babbage. Okay, now which part of our body acts as input unit? Here you need to think from where we get the input. See, think about it. Okay, I will ask about this in the next class. Okay, now fact files. The next part is Lady Ada Lovelace is regarded as the first computer programmer, means she is the lady who has made the first program, who had made the first program for the computer system. So you need to remember this name, Lady Ada Lovelace. She is the first lady programmer. Okay, and Intel is the world's largest processor company which makes the microprocessors. Okay, microprocessors is also a kind of chip which is fixed inside the CPU. Okay, who act as the operating system is a part of types of software. Okay, so about this I will tell you later. Okay, so in next class we will discuss about system software and application software. Okay, till then revise the topics that we have discussed in the video. Okay, so that's all for today. Take care. Bye.